than an insect. Yes, let's rise to the top like a bench press. Lift and extend like a drift in the wind, cause it exists within. So pop footing above the rim like Jordan. Soaring over the heads, we stay scoring, ignoring any limitations they put on us.
Hey, welcome to the Black Astronauts Podcast, where you need to be 18 or up if you listen to this, because we are grown folks and we're going to be cussing and shit.
And shit. Welcome to the Black Astronauts Podcast, y'all. What's up?
Yee.
You know what? At a certain point, I got to find a new catchphrase.
Hey.
Definitely not going to work.
Everybody?
Man, you know, I tried to make you happy. Last time, I jumped in. What do you want from me?
I want you to be around. I want you to stay. How about that? How about you not walk out my life?
Oh, wait a minute.
Somebody hug this man. Who's in Kalamazoo?
This is the Black Astronauts Podcast, where we talk about life, politics, relationships, and anything else in between. Usually go around the room, talk to these knuckleheads, but first I'm going to talk to, this nigga's a knucklehead too, but he's also a guest. Soon Karen will be coming. But right now we have Rod from the Black Guy Who Tips. What's up, man?
Man, I'm just chilling, bro. I can't even call it. Just out here trying to live large like y'all.
And I'm here, y'all. Y'all, please forgive my tardiness. The nigga was tired. I'm not even gonna lie. So please do forgive me.
Oh, we just gonna let you sleep.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
Hey, we ain't gonna wake up a hard working woman. That's how you get hit. I know. Anyway,
That was a cry for help, y'all.
A little bit. We're gonna look back in about 5 months, like, we should have known.
We saw all the signs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Rod, Karen, what have y'all been up to since the last time we talked? Because I looked at it, we haven't been on the show together. You haven't been on this show in about a year. And it's funny because I was looking at the times. I was like, I guess I do this shit every year. Like every year. Oh shit, I gotta get these niggas on. Oh yeah, we get these niggas up, and it's always around the same time. So,
since a year from ago, I mean, we've done NegroCon, where we saw you and Kendra out there. We did PodCon.
Yes.
We saw a bunch of people in Seattle and stuff. Just been grinding, man, working, trying to continue to do the show and make it as best as it can be, and keeping our heads down and trying to stay in our lane and mind our business.
Absolutely. How's premium going for y'all? I don't fucking know, but how's premium going for y'all?
It's still going great, man. Still going strong. People still support us, and we've been able to kind of do some different things. My Karen just started a new show with my niece, where she interviews about different stuff.
She's so smart, by the way, smart as hell.
Yeah, Layla's smart.
Very.
She's so smart and so funny, man. She's so sarcastically funny. We just the normal stuff, man. Premium's going good. People still support, and that's what's important.
Absolutely. So, like I said before, thank y'all for coming on out. You know what, Karen, how you doing? Talking to Rod, how you doing?
Oh, I've been doing good, and like I just said, we doing the show with my niece, which is a lot of fun. Because for me, because I know how to do a lot of things, but it was really fun with my niece. Because like I said, normally Rod does a lot of stuff, and so for those of you that's normally like the co-host and you ain't never really stepped up front. I mean, I had a blast with her, and I was saying the wrong shit as far as like the what I was supposed to say, and I was like, "Look, this is why you need Rod here. Like, I'm trying. Like, y'all got to work with me." So I just had a ball, but she didn't care, and I just really had a good time of doing that with her. We started doing some more remote stuff. I had a Zoom, a ZOMM, because my country accent don't sound like that, but that's what I'm saying. To record and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to get more recordings like remotely on location, and that's part of like getting bigger and building your brand.
Yeah, y'all been, like I said, been holding it down, and it was funny to see you start freaking out over the producer stuff. in the episode, like I could hear you start to kind of get the producer ear, like, well, okay, well, just to let y'all know, I missed something a couple minutes ago. We're gonna go back and we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, because like I said, a lot of times on the back end, Roderick does a lot of that stuff, and Roger makes it really, really easy. So a lot of people that are co-hosts sometimes, truth be told, really don't realize how easy you have it, because it's real easy to come in and shuck and jive and have jokes and then go on about the business when you don't have to deal with the everything after that, because there's always an after once the mic turns off.
Right.
And so it's been a fun. So for me, you know, because I see Roger do a lot of this stuff, but it's different between watching somebody and actually doing it yourself. You know, and I know that this is all this is going to do is just make me stronger, give me more knowledge, and help us both, so I could be more of a help to him in the long run.
Yeah, I've been holding it down, man. Definitely been holding it down. Go check them out.
That's so sweet.
What?
I'm helping him out and stuff like that. Niggas don't help me do nothing.
Yeah, kind of true. Kind of true. So we're gonna go around the room. I'm gonna talk to my boy Teddy D. First of all, thank you, Rod and Karen, for coming out. We're gonna have a good time tonight.
Oh yeah, for having us.
Gonna talk to my boy Teddy D. What's good, bro?
What's happening, man? What's happening? Life is good as always. Family straight. Here's the thing. This weekend in Black Podcast News, one of my favorite shows, Still Processing. They just started back the new season, and they did an incredible job. You know, when you listen to something and you're just like, yo, I literally did not think of that whole thing. They were talking about the Grammys, and did y'all realize that Ed Sheeran wasn't nominated for his single, Shape of You, the song that you hear everywhere?
No.
Yeah, neither did I. That's my point, right? So they were making the point that while it's not confirmed, there's a group of people that essentially decide who's eligible to be nominated for the Grammys, right? And their theory was, what if they didn't nominate Ed Sheeran because they were trying to get ahead of black people being mad that he won, essentially. And I'm just like, really? One, the conspiracy brother in me appreciates the theory, but two, but two, man, like it was a really interesting discussion to kind of figure out, okay, if we're mad about Ed Sheeran winning, would we rather have him not even in the category to prevent that, or do you want the racism exposed at the end of the day, essentially? So. Yeah, man, I figured that was just a good thing to at least bring up. Check that out. Really, really good show. But other than that, man, life's good, working. That's about it, man. You can find me on Twitter, Teddy_D_, as well as Instagram, Dwight Ted, and yeah.
No doubt. What about you, Ray? What's good?
Hi, everybody. I just want to say that at the age of 26, I'm actually an adult today. So for those who don't know, I need glasses. And I've actually been supposed to be wearing glasses since I was little, but I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Hilarious.
Wait. So wait. Out of curiosity, what's been your hesitation?
Well, there hasn't just been hesitation. It's been being poor. So,
Not hilarious.
And then, and a big part of it is that I didn't realize that I needed glasses for a really long time because, I'm farsighted in one eye and nearsighted in the other. So as far as I'm concerned, I can see. I didn't really realize, because I went to an eye doctor, and of course, you go to the doctor like, yeah, you need glasses. You need the glasses to spend the money with us. So my mom was like, nigga, you don't need no glasses. You can see the board. You can see you fine.
put some tough stuff on them.
Could you though?
I could. I can actually see pretty much perfectly fine now.
As long as you sit on the left side of the classroom.
And then you blink a little bit. Yeah.
Fuck both. So I didn't realize that I needed glasses until I moved to Houston and I couldn't read street signs because I didn't just know where I was going anymore. That's when I realized, like, oh, damn, I can't see more than 30 feet in front of me.
Yes.
And I went to go take my driver's test. You know how they do like, oh, read this line, read that line. apparently my right eye is a straggling ass nigga. And so I was like, okay, I need glasses. But unfortunately, I'm over the age of 26 where I'm no longer on my mom's good ass state insurance. I spent most of my day-to-day researching vision insurance so I can go and get myself some glasses. And I just don't. No, not nice. No.
It's good. It's gonna suck. Don't get me wrong when you got to pay for them. But I am 35 and I just got glasses for the first time this year. Feel your pain.
I just don't understand where I went wrong. Why do I have to do this? I didn't sign up for none of this. I didn't agree to be an adult. I didn't even ask to be here. And now suddenly I got to provide my own glasses.
Well, shout out to you knowing that you need them after you go to a new city and you can't read it. It's kind of like the age-old question: what would have happened if Daredevil moved? You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't actually know the neighborhood, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Whoa, was that a nerd?
No.
Yes, pretty nerdy.
Pretty nerdy. No, get out of here.
But anyway, other than that, I've just been at my house doing homework and calculus and things like that because that's what my life is again. And if you want to find me, you can find me all over the internet at ThisZetasAJerk.
No doubt. My name's Aaron B, a.k.a. Ashy3 Classy.
Hey, Rock, what you been up to?
Hey, I'm glad I got to talk about that.
I mean, if you had been around, maybe I got used to the rhythm. But I'm not.
You like one of them evil dads that punch you in the ribs. All the signs.
Like the husband talking to the wife, like I wouldn't have cheated on you if you fixed me dinner. What?
Right. Man, look, man, it feels good to be back. Like I said, I'm still reminiscing over my welcome back show. Talking about selling out. But like. It's funny, man. I felt guilty about it for like a couple days, and then I was like, man, I had to because I started reminiscing about how hard times was when I was working for the community. One of my babies was sick. She had allergies, so I had to have like this $50 formula. So I was like buying black market formula. Like things is bad when you are like in the parking lot of Chuck E. Cheese, meeting shady people.
There's no punchline of that. That shit actually happened.
No, I'm serious. I'm like, he's helping me, but like, am I helping him?
I mean, I'm sure that formula would have been used for something else. Let's just,
I don't know how well the formula goes with baking soda, but it was good for me. It's bad because like I met the dude on Craigslist.
Everything above board there. Yeah.
I didn't start on Craigslist. I started on OfferUp, but that's just too classy. Wasn't nobody trying to sell no secondhand formula on OfferUp, but Craigslist, there was a plethora, And he was just way too happy to meet me in the parking lot of Chuck E. Cheese. I was like, I can't do this. I got to sell out.
Nigga, tomorrow when your baby is levitating, you will know why.
Real talk, like proud nerd moment. Like I told my baby girl we were gonna go see, me and mommy were gonna go see Black Panther. And she's like, well, I want to be the girl in the clouds. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I want to be the girl in the cloud. You mean Storm?
Wow.
You're my favorite right now. But that's not true.
But did you whisper it in her ear? You're my favorite.
I did.
Don't tell your sister. Don't tell.
Yeah, but truth be told, I judge whoever's my favorite based on whoever cries the least. Y'all can find me on Facebook at Ronald McNair.
No doubt. And what I've been up to, man. First of all, the last 2 weeks have been really shitty. I always come back with some shitty news, and I got some good news coming too, though. So the shitty news is both my uncles. Well, yeah, two of my uncles passed within like a week of each other. So if y'all noticed, I wasn't on the last two shows. It's because the nigga was at funerals on Thursdays. So it got rough. They're older. I appreciate it, but they older. They live long, strong lives. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle it was so funny. I walked up to him, and his wife is there. They're both older, and I walked up to him and was like, "Unc, so when you get up out of here, we're gonna go strip club, right?" And if he couldn't speak, but if you would have seen the face he made, bruh, when I said, "Let's go to the strip club," I was like, "Man, I'll get you what you like. You like some Hennessy? What you want?" And he just, and I know what he meant. I know he meant Crown. I was like, "Oh, you want some Crown, huh, man?" Dog, the smile and laughter that came on his face, dog. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's
who is this now?"
Uncle Clarence, the older one, the one that was, my Aunt Pat's husband. Hey, that smile was enough for me, dog. I was like, okay, you can go, man. You can rest because I know you had a hard life. So, yeah, man, that was one thing. But then I had my own little nerd moment with my daughter. So my birthday, my daughter's birthday is coming up. Mine is this month, by the way, which is now going to be on February 16th instead of 24th. So she, we're going to have her birthday party again. And so we started talking about it, right? And she is in love with the Teen Titans. Rod and Karen can attest to this. I talk about it all the time on the Nerd Off. This girl loves the Teen Titans, the new one. So she walked up to me and was like, "Dad, I want to be a superhero for my birthday." I was like, "Well, hell yeah. What you want to be?" She's like, "I want to be Starfire." I was like, "You would pick the hardest fucking costume to find.
Right.
Piece of the planet."
Isn't that the least costume?
Yeah, dog. I mean, you got to be an adult to wear a Starfire costume, bro. Like, you don't. Yeah, that's
illegal, except in like Carnival.
Yeah, dog. It was a lot, man. But it made me smile, man. It was that moment because we was at my mom's house, and it was that moment where I was like, "Man, this really is my damn twin." Because she sat down and watched Teen Titans for like an hour and a half straight, and then got mad when somebody changed the station. Like, yeah. So that was
Starfire.
Yeah, you don't do that. Anyway, the last thing is I realized that I'm a big asshole, and then we'll get into our feedback and stuff.
Just that?
Yo, listen. So, y'all gonna judge the fuck out of me for this, and this may sound a little racist. I apologize. I am not racist.
Hold on, I'm back. Okay.
But I started school again this past week, and my professor, she has an accent, right? She's from Russia, right?
Oh man,
shit. Here we go.
This is problematic.
Mm-hmm.
So when she talks, it's very difficult to understand what she's saying, and not in I don't understand what she's saying, but I can't listen to her voice. It's like some. I text my wife and was like, "Yo, if this Boris and Natasha ass teacher don't shut the fuck up." I was.
Well, yeah. There goes those ratings.
Yeah.
It was bad. I felt bad typing that. But she got shut the fuck up, dog. I might have to change classes, man. It was too much.
Hey, I've switched classes for less.
Hey, man, it was too much. So yeah, man, that's what I've been up to. A little rundown of what
until you taste her borscht.
Right.
Stick in there, man.
Yeah. No. I probably won't. So let's get into it, man. We got some things we're gonna read off before we get into the show. First and foremost, the theme song is written by Small Eyes, performed by Small Eyes. Go check him out at smalleyes.com. We really appreciate him letting us use the theme song for Black Astronauts. So go check him out. Now, finally, we got some patrons. Ray, if you could explain the Patreon.
Whoa, dang.
Oh.
See, I got too hyped too soon.
Explain the Patreon so I can read it. Thank you very much.
Don't be rude. So, guys, basically what the Patreon is where you contribute money to us on a monthly basis. And if you do that, then you get certain perks. For example, if you donate $3 and lower, we will read your name on the main BAP only. If you donate $5 and above, you get your name read on all BAP shows. Plus, you get access to our archives, which is 4 or 5 years deep at this point.
Yeah, I'm not even done uploading the BAP shows yet. Like, I still got to upload the Untitled interviews. I still have to upload the Married to Shades. I got to upload the HWAPs. Like, nigga, there's probably another 300 shows I got to upload.
Yeah.
So, yes, more stuff is coming.
And then if you donate up $10 or more, you get your name read on all shows. Plus, you get access to our premium content, like our Insecure recaps and our fireside chats and some more exciting things that we will have coming, next month? Yes?
Yeah, within the next show, keep an eye out to the group as well. So, because sometime between this show and the next show, we're going to announce what the new offering is. And I'm really excited about that, too. So, this is your last chance. Everybody needs to get on now. While the getting's good, so y'all can get a part of this or be a part of this. So,
yep.
I can't speak to that.
And so, yeah, we're gonna read out the patrons for the people who are contributors as of today.
Rockin' Manning, if you will.
All right. This should be interesting. All right. So, all right, let's start with V. Williams. Thanks for the cash. Feeq's beard. Hilarious.
Fucked up.
Who would say so? Who would do that?
That's disrespectful.
Completely.
Because everybody knows Feeq doesn't have a beard.
Peter H. Thank you. Pashto Cheney?
Chennai.
We went over this, sir.
I know.
You ain't got to take it right on Front Street. Let that man live.
Look, when you got kids, you get permission to mess up names. Felt 5. We appreciate you. Rabbit R. Thank you. Deloya. Deloya? You. Sadia H.
This is awesome.
Thank you. We appreciate your cash. Shalonda W.
Everybody about to unsubscribe right now.
I know. Oh my God. Either that, they gonna love it or hate it. Cameron B.
Miss somebody.
Wonga.
There you go.
No longer. Mr. Brent. Thank you.
I think I
Seema.
know who Mr. Brent is. I think I won to you
Hey.
in the group. I think I found you.
Figuring it out. Google Earth. Ashley G. Thank you for the cash. Chonilla.com.
Showilla.com.
Appreciate you. Knowledge. Stay deep. Dre. I heard it was a good day. The greatness that is MJ. I like your music. Donald.
The dad jokes are on fleek.
So,
Ophelia Uno. Teddy Funk. Keep it up. Charlie Snowflake. Stay cold. Angela D. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. Got a few more. Nikki M. Thank you. Devo G. Okay.
it's Devo. How do you not know Devo?
No, he was going for the French pronunciation, obviously.
Right. It's like Tajay. Exactly. Willis Dick Fit.
What's a no? Say that again. What was that?
Willis Dick Fit. What's the name? Y'all know this dude.
Try it again.
Shadrach C.
Nigga, go back. Don't be disrespectful. Willis gets money. He deserves to have his name read correctly.
All right, well, how about y'all help a nigga out? What is it?
Willis Dick Fit.
Dick Fit. Like, man, I was hoping that wasn't it.
That was definitely it.
All right.
Funny.
Dick Fit cap. Cool.
So thank you.
Thank you.
There's more now.
Yeah. Ariana. Appreciate it. Jordan H. Thank you. Pam M. We appreciate it. And Scrum Master Flizzash. Thank you very much. And goddamn, what's
Thank
this
you to
last
her that she wrote. Shout out to
Scrum Master Flash. Her.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. I was thinking about Funk Master Flash. Scrum Master Flash. Thank you, ma'am. Hiroja Shibi's Space Odyssey Network. Appreciate it. Jesse T. Cool. Monique. J. Muddy Clark. And Byron T.
Thank you so much.
Thank God it's over.
That's the way to end it. That's the way to end it. Oh, okay.
That was great.
Oh shit. So next up, we do have a little bit of feedback. I know we kind of pressed, but we got feedback, y'all. So you go to BlackAstronautsPodcast at gmail.com. Leave us some feedback, or you can, somebody cuss us out, need to leave our number a little more. It's 498-8814. So definitely go check it out. And, we really appreciate all your feedback. Speaking of feedback, we got a little bit. Ray, if you could.
Well, unlike Rock, I can read. So this take.
Extemporaneous speech. I was great at it.
Hey, man, we got guests here, man. We can't be just, airing all the business out like that. Rock can't read.
For 5 cents a day to Black Astronauts Podcast.
I will remember you.
Teach Rock how to read.
Y'all are so annoying. Can I get to this speech?
Go ahead.
In the arms of an angel.
Like, shout out to your legacy as Sarah McLachlan. That's what people will remember you for. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Hey, everybody has to have a dream.
Go ahead, Ray. We listening.
Ray fed up. She fed up. She ain't dealing.
Listen, I don't hate y'all any more or less than normal. So,
I'll take it.
Fat Crew, I am the Scrum Master that contributes to your Patreon, and I am in fact a real live Scrum Master. I facilitate Scrum ceremonies for agile development teams, just like Raven read from the Google definition. What that means is that I ensure my development teams deliver on their commitments to our product owner by managing our team capacity, velocity, and predictability. I also run point on removing or mitigating any impediments or blockages to my team's meeting their development commitments. In short, I'm that bitch who makes sure shits get done. Yes. I love my job. I adopted the name Scrum Master Flash because one of my projects is nicknamed DMX, and I wanted to play off the hip-hop-like sound of the project. As a side note, my teams all have fun names, i.e. Pulp Fraction and Devo Dogs, or Devo Dogs.
Oh, that's good. That's dope.
Play on Dema Dogs from Stranger Things. So needless to say, we have a bit of fun and nerd culture while we work. Lastly, this is my current wallpaper on the screen at work I stay representing. And for those who can't see it, it is the Black Panther with the Dora Milaje.
Yeah, I stole that.
Nice.
So
she left it the email. I definitely downloaded it.
So all right, that's it.
So thank you very much. Like I said, BlackAstronautsPodcast at gmail.com. One last thing, then we're gonna get started. We got a voicemail out of nowhere. First time in a very long time. Let's see if I can play this and y'all can hear it. Then I promise you we can get to arguing. Or maybe we won't.
This is the longest upfront in all history. God.
Look, man. Look, man. I'm back. This takes a minute to get back in the saddle. Shit.
BAP, what it is. You know what it is. It's Great Sarah of the I Do Hip Hop Podcast. What's good with your family? I wanted to hit y'all up last week, man. I went through all the channels, get through the raises, get this voicemail number. Because I don't announce it no more on the show. I need to start doing that again, by the way. But sadly, last week I lost my voice, so I couldn't leave a nice animated and voluminous voicemail about the BS that is Blackatology. But I have since calmed down. You guys are lucky. Teddy D, you're still a traitor. But anyway, man, I thought to mention, man, when it comes to Blackatology, one thing that y'all never even mentioned, I think people actually forget. Eve, the rapper Eve of Rough Riders, had a very successful, I think, 4-season run of her own television show that didn't even get mentioned.
It's true.
That's real interesting.
That is true.
While we hating on her,
get mentioned.
Eve needs some love. She did it too. Holla at your girl Eve. But man, on to this last show, man. I don't know. I don't even know where to start, man. With this disease stuff, man. I got a 17-year-old son, and I remember myself being 17 and just doing the most. And I think it was Ceewhy that said it, man. Yeah, what he did, I don't think it was necessarily like rape or rap. It was just a creep. He was an asshole. That's it. He was just an asshole. You know, like he missed the cues that you should be up on or whatever the case may be. But you just shouldn't. If you're quote unquote Aziz Ansari, you shouldn't be this desperate. So, I mean, that's how I look at it. Why are you so desperate for this one thing? And so I guess part of it, I think, does have to do with the fact that he's a Z and thinks, hey, I'm a Z. You should want to do this. And then
So the voicemail got cut off, right? It's about to start back up. Sorry about that. Maybe we need to listen to the 3-minute rule.
So your voicemail just going to hang up on you, boy? That's foul, y'all. That's real foul. It's real quick, man. Aziz, foul. He's an asshole. When it comes to women and pregnancy, that was some interesting shit. That's a deep conversation that I'm definitely going to have to do some more research on, because I just find that to be quite astounding. One of my biggest things I would say is make sure whether your doctor is black or white, just do your best to develop some sort of relationship with them to where they care about you as more than just a patient. I've had the same doctor my whole life. My pediatrician started off new out of med school with a whole bunch of like new babies as a pediatrician. As we got older, he switched to adult practice just so he can maintain that same rapport with those same people and those same families. My doctor's white. My doctor, actually, my wife worked at the same hospital where my doctor practices out of, and she basically damn near has their cell phone number. She can call them on first name basis with one another now. You know what I mean? So to me, it's more than just black or white. I think you should really try and develop a relationship if you can. I understand it's a lot more difficult for most, but I think that can also be a deciding factor in what kind of care you get, because now a doctor has more of a vested interest in your person because they take it a little more personal. You know what I'm saying? And then on to the fun part, man. The sex dog. I ain't even gonna lie. Man, if I wasn't married, I'd have a sex dog.
Oh, come on.
I'd have one because it would keep me out of a lot of trouble. This whole Aziz thing. Imagine if she said no and he had a sex dog. All right, I'll be back 5 minutes. Boom, come back, done. We cool, we can chill. I got my locks up, I got my head right, whatever, and boom, I'm focused on it. And then look at the next case of the sex doll. You gotta treat the sex doll like it's a regular thing. No, I don't want to. If I
that second time he didn't call back in.
I mean, if he can't understand the Aziz thing, he might want to get a sex doll. I mean, that might. One benefit we have to the sex doll is like, oh, cool. Real women don't have to deal with this shit.
Right, and sex dolls don't press charges.
Right.
Yeah. But, when it cut off, I was like, okay. Oh, he's back.
Like the phone, hey, the 3-minute rule tried to save him.
Right.
Phone was like, you know what, man, that's enough. Go home, you're drunk.
And that's my fault. I didn't tell everybody it is a 3-minute rule, and I actually do have the voicemail set for 3 minutes, nigga. So at 3 minutes, it's over.
And I will say this: I think his doctor just don't like meeting new people. He's like, you know what, man? I'm just gonna age up.
Stick with these niggas. So yeah, man, that was our feedback. Now let's get into this fucking show. So Teddy, we got some stuff in honor of Valentine's Day, and I want you to kind of go into it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I feel like, to us, I assume everyone on this call, Black History Month means a lot. I mean, that's the obvious, right? And for me, Valentine's Day hasn't really, made much of an impact in my life, but it got me to thinking. It's February now. Valentine's Day is coming up. You're gonna hear a lot of companies try to entice you to buy things and go into all the things that they think you should do for Valentine's Day. But what it did get me to think about is
Eddie?
What? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you broke up for a second. Go ahead.
It's all good. So what it did get me to think about was dating. Right. And I'm coming up on 10-year anniversary of being married. So, we still date. Don't get me wrong. But dating is different when you're married versus when you're not. And I asked myself, what was either the best or worst date that I can remember? And, the best date is fine. You go out, you have a good time. Yeah, like you make a good connection, you eat some good food, whatever, like whatever you do, it's fine, it's cool. But the worst dates usually stick out in my mind. So I figured we can discuss it a little bit tonight. So with that being said, does anybody even remember what if they had a horrible date? And if you did, do you feel like sharing?
I want to go to the people that have been married the longest.
Okay. All right.
2 people on here that have been married longer than anybody else on this call.
There you go.
Yeah.
Been together.
Y'all dates go back to like middle school.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Karen.
For us, we haven't had any bad dates with between me and Roderick. I guess we got together so young. One thing I can say about dating somebody for a long period of time, I miss a lot of shit that niggas had to go through. Like I was good, you know. I know that might sound, I don't know how that sounds to people, but you know, my heart goes out to people when it comes to dating, because dating has changed a lot. And sometimes old ass niggas that's been together for a long time forget that it ain't as simple as it sounds.
Right.
Fuckers are crazy, and now you got internet, Twitter, Instagram, posts, Snapchats, and folks putting all your business on the internet. People don't know nothing about confidentiality anymore. Like, it ain't the same. And I think for me, our first date was really cute. And for us, it was a play. And what was hilarious was that, you know, everybody always thinks that the man is the aggressor. But in this case, I was the aggressor. I went after him.
Yeah. As far as like bad dates, the only bad day I could think of is that time we went to that hotel that dude thought it was some sort of prostitution thing going on.
Now that, and I don't really call that. I guess that can be considered a date. But yeah, we was like, you know how you get a little older and you can get your first hotel rooms, but you ain't got a whole lot of money. So you was like, hey, see, now I got common sense.
Yeah, it wasn't a hotel; it was a motel.
Oh,
yeah, shout out to the Travel Lodge. Yeah,
it was straight up like no, you're being too kind.
Oh wow, where's the Travel Lodge?
It was straight up like fucking mobile homes on blocks. Might as well have been.
Yeah, might as well have been.
Yeah.
You saying that it just had a regular name like Frank's?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like the street it's on. You know what I'm saying? Like side motel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it was so like hole in the wall, rinky dink, trash. And like I remember we went in there and there were ants by the refrigerator.
Oh, wow.
And we were looking around, like all the furniture looked like mad old, and it didn't look like it all came out of like a hotel room catalog. It looked like somebody's bed, somebody's couch next to somebody else's house's end table. We were only like 17, 18, so we were like stupid young and horny. And we went in there, and then like I don't even think we got to get in the bed really before like somebody knocked on the door loud as hell and was like, "What a woman at?" And I was like, "The fuck?" Holy shit! It was like, "Let the woman." Like, is the woman in here? I said, "Man, ain't no women in here." I was lying like shit, but I was like, I mean, no woman that he could be around. Like, what the fuck? It was like
no women for you,
right? He was like, so then he left, and I was like, I don't know if that was a pimp. I don't know what. We waited like 5 minutes, like got our clothes on and just got in our car and left. It was
we left immediately because it ain't worth death, y'all.
So that was basically the only real like bad date I would say, but that wasn't because of anything like we did.
Yeah. It was somebody else just coming and ruining the date. So shout out to getting old and getting a fucking job and getting real money and getting upgrades in your life.
Yeah, and with the Z shit, it just seemed like, I mean, it seemed like it's very common.
It is,
and it's like it's so common that we're calling it a bad date as opposed to like people are calling it bad sex. People are calling it a lot of stuff. And I'm not even saying I have the right words for it, but it seems so common that just the idea that, you know, women would be like, I actually am not okay with this, is threatening the nature of all like cishet normative relationships.
Correct.
That are going around. It seems like everybody's getting like super paranoid because you either got to think about, was I complicit in something like this? did something like this happen to me and I should have said something. Like, it seemed like everyone's going through this process. And that's why I think the Z shit stuck around for like 2 or 3 weeks and was a bigger conversation than most of the other ones.
Yeah, and also when it comes to that, truth be told, like you said, this happens more commonly than a lot of the other situations. More women have experienced this than have experienced some of the other situations. And there are women that have experienced all types of situations. And I think, for me personally, the problem comes when people will not admit he was at least a creep. Like, if you can't say the shit was motherfucking creepy, we can't even begin the conversation. Like, and also is one of the things too, because we kind of talked about on our show too, a lot of men aren't taught to read women's bodies and social cues. Right. Like, women don't always come out and blatantly say no, but we will get hard, we will freeze, we'll pull away. Like, there's shit that we do that is known as no, but when you live in a society where men are, particularly straight men, are taught to go get, I hunt, like it's taught in them to do this, it's very hard to break that nature unless you look within yourself and look at a woman as a human being and not something to get, not something to own, not something that's mine. Look at her as an equal individual with feelings and thoughts and, a deep like you can be, have a range of emotions like you have. A woman is something deeper than something other than a sexual conquest.
And it's not like men, like, it's weird because men claim to know women better than, like, oh, I know what she wants, I know what women want, and not just that, but like, I know how to convince a woman and all this shit. And so women are saying out of their own voices, like, actually y'all don't. And men are now saying like, well, I don't want any of the responsibility. Well, you can't have it both ways, where you claim to be the secret woman whisperer, and when someone says, well, that's actually not what is going through my mind, you then go, well, then y'all on y'all. You know what I mean? Right, like, it just seems like a very weird reaction. And, I hope he was joking, but even like with the sex doll thing compared to like a woman, because it's like we're saying women are problematic because they have autonomy, and a robot or a sex doll doesn't, and that would make it more appealing. And I'm like, is that the goal we want to aim for? Is, a woman is just a set of holes, Yeah,
man. It's a topic that is very interesting to see people's reactions to, because they're so varied, like when it comes to something like that, you have to really look within yourself, like Karen said. And I don't know if people are ready for that level of introspection. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just to know, like, because I had to sit back and think about it. I'm sure a lot of the guys on this call have had to sit back and like, man, did I do that? You know what I'm saying? And it's always just like that balance, but you have to be able to own if you did or did not do something like that, and then try and rectify it. You know what I'm saying? But
I think Karen makes a good point when she said, like around dating, everything being on social media and everything being, in the public forum. Part of the problem is, some of these men aren't at a point where they can talk about it publicly. So, like, emotionally, like, well, man, if I talk about this publicly, I might not be a positive center of attention, so it turns into silence. They'd just rather not talk about it, not deal with it, because it's something that they can't commodify to make themselves look like they're the best. So you end up getting silence,
Yeah. So. And well, related to that, so I guess one of the reactions that I just, I don't quite get is, excuse me, that people are so worried about men's reputations when this whole thing is discussed, you know what I mean? But you don't have that same concern for the woman that is telling you that something bad happened, like just a basic understanding of, like this woman is telling you something, and if she's doing it publicly, she knows for a fact that she's going to get drugged. Like that's just a given.
And in this case, her telling of it, she didn't even like lionize herself or like she told an unflinching narrative of like, this is what I said, this is what I was thinking, this is what I was doing. Like, she could have made that sound way worse if she wanted, or made herself sound like a completely like, I wasn't even involved in this thing, he's just a piece of shit. Like, she kind of was like, well, look, dude. And I think that's one of the reasons people got so conflicted, is because she didn't just do like, and he just jumped on me, you know. It was very much like, well, we did some things consensually, but then I was like, let's chill, that's enough. And he was never okay with that. And then I left because basically, you know, she felt kind of betrayed. But it's kind of interesting that so much of the reaction has been guys being like, well, I mean, I'm not a mind reader and shit, but I'm like, I've seen y'all watch a basketball game and tell me you think Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant aren't friends. Like, we can read some signs. You know what I mean? Like, if we want to, we can easily be like, well, you could tell he lying because when Kobe said this, his eye flinched. And I'm like, okay, so we know signs, we know attitudes, but we just don't want to apply them to a dating situation. I think it's normally because we have so much power in those situations that we're afraid that we'd have to give something up.
Right. And also something that is not talked about in a lot of these situations is a deeper conversation is consent. What is consent? Will you talk consent properly? What constitutes as a no? You know, because a lot of dudes, particularly straight dudes, have been taught no don't mean no until you get a yes. You know, and then once you really start getting down to those type of conversations, you know, she might say no, or like R. Kelly, like her body, you know, she might be saying no, but that body says something else. You know, her no might actually mean a no, dog. And it's one of those things where once you start getting into those are conversations that people don't want to have. And we talked about it on our show, but it's amazing. People act like the conversation about having sex is deeper than actually being intimate in itself, which I don't understand. You know, people are more scared to be like, you good? Is everything up? Like, are you good? Could save a lifetime of pain. We cool? You good? You comfortable? Like, just ask. But because particularly here in America, because we so want to look at sex as this, you know, only between husband and wife, and only, you know, when you married, and we don't want to kind of look at sex, and religion has a lot to do that outside of that context. A lot of people feel bad about engaging in sex, period. And so, you know, a lot of people haven't been taught from their parents, because their parents have hang up about sex. So the conversation when you was a child was awkward. So you never properly learned about it. And so you don't teach your children properly about it. It's kind of thing that's passed down from generation to generation. And also the way I look at it too is that people act like women don't go into protection mode whenever they're alone with the man, particularly in an intimate situation, because women know men, just like black men know the police. What do? You get in fucking protection mode when you're around goddamn police. You know what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how to act, what to say to get out of the situation alive. Women do the same thing around you. We know what to say, what to do, what we have to do to survive, so that we won't end in a dead situation. And, you know, when people talk about those things, people want to separate those things like those are two different things. No, you have somebody in a power dynamic, and you have somebody that could possibly be a victim. Victims act certain ways, and people want to erase that when you start talking about these situations, because it makes them think about themselves.
All those flames on the mic. We need a minute. Yeah. Because the Karen just gave a word, right?
That's
you know
real.
What I'm saying?
That's real.
It's real, man. Like, just be better. You know what I'm saying? Be better, man. What about you, Ray? You got anything to comment on this?
I said about Aziz or about the date stories, because I said all I wanted to say about Aziz last week, so I don't know. But as far as my worst date story, it's actually pretty funny, I think, anyway. So I was like 20, 21 or something like that, right? And this guy asked me out. Now, I wasn't dating this other guy, but I don't know if he thought he was dating me. That has nothing to do with me. My pimp was very young at the time. Much stronger now. So this guy asked me on a date, and of course I had fear of missing out. So I was like, sure, I'll go. And so at first he was like, okay, we gonna stop by my house real quick because I gotta grab something or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So we stopped by his house, go into his house. First of all, he got this big ass pit bull, not in the cage. So I mean, the pit bull was nice, but you know, niggas and pit bulls, no leash. Nigga, I'm froze up in the corner. He just like, oh, he don't bite. He nice. I'm like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Put your dog up.
Get your dog.
Get your mans. So we leave. We go to the car, and this nigga takes me to Maggiano's, which is the exact same place that the other nigga I was talking to worked.
Did he bring out your bread?
Even worse, he was the hostess.
Oh.
So I couldn't even avoid the nigga. I just come up.
First thing. Oh.
First nigga you see as soon as you walk in the door, and the only nigga in the place. So I'm like, okay.
Did he go, Raven?
No.
He was like, welcome.
Well, once I saw where we pulled up to, in my head, I'm already like, okay, this, you know, we gonna see how this go. This could go smooth. This could go like an episode of Cheaters. Somebody could get stabbed. No way to be sure. We gonna figure it out. You wore good flat shoes, so bitch, if you got to book it, you can.
Right.
So you get in, this nigga's the hostess. Of course, in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck. So
don't think that we ain't picking up on you calling him hostess on period. Like, yeah, come on.
On purpose.
No.
I was like, she
like,
fucking with.
Third time. Come on, dog. We hear you. We hear you.
I mean, whatever, nigga. You wasn't getting tipped by my new date, so don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. So we make eye contact, and I don't know if I just had nigga be cool in my eyes or what, but you know, he sat us down at the table or whatever. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to engage this other man.
Slapping your menu down.
And he blowing my phone up, text message after text message. What you do? Who's this nigga? Da da da, and all this other stuff. So I'm just like, okay. If I don't,
you're supposed to be hostessing.
So at one point, I'm just excuse myself. I'm like, excuse me 1 second. I'm gonna go answer my phone. This is my sister. I get on the phone. I call him like, Nick, what are you doing? And you want to date with this nigga? I'm like, yeah, and so shut up. You ruining it. We'll talk about it later. And so the whole day, I didn't, like, at the end of the day, I didn't really end up eating nothing, and it made the date all awkward because I was scared that he had the niggas in the back instructing them to do some shit to my food, and I wasn't going to tell him that because, I mean, look, it ain't my business. They fucking up your food. I'm sorry. Can we leave? Like,
that Alfredo looks delicious.
So
I think I'm just going to stick with water. Thanks.
So then I'm sitting at the table or whatever, and I'm trying to have a conversation with a boy, and I just keep noticing how he treats the waitress. You know what I mean? Just like it's something in there. I'm like, I don't like the way he talking to her, whatever. So it's time to get the bill. This nigga snaps at the waitress to get her attention.
No, man.
So I just get up and I put like $5 down on the table for the tip, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just call somebody. I'm gonna just go home. And he's like, what? I was like, I don't. The way that you treat the waitress and all that stuff. Like, don't snap at people. That's rude. You ain't got no manners. I'm gonna go. And so then the little host dude, I had him take me home.
I knew it. I knew that was no ride.
The heel turn is real. Yeah.
And that's when I knew I ain't gotta worry about much shit else for the rest of my life because I got it like that. Oh, that was a terrible day.
Oh, I knew it.
That's awesome.
You texted him, didn't you? You was like, I was just playing.
I still got 5 for gas. What's up?
No, I just was like, what time do you get off? He's like, 20 minutes. So I said, okay, you gotta take me home. This nigga crazy. He was like, okay. I was like, okay.
And I did peep. He's a host now.
I guess that's what I was making was hostess, host.
Yeah, that's
right. The guy who gets the table.
You real fluid today.
Now, as much as I would love to continue on this bad story trip, kind of got to move on to the next subject. But that was a good ass story. So we actually gonna go to Ray. We're gonna go. Ray we've been coming up with something for the fireside chats where we go to Let's Argue Twitter and get a question because them niggas just like to argue.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring it over to BAP. So Ray, you got a question?
Okay, so for those who don't know, Let's Argue Twitter is the section of Twitter where they enjoy having long, drawn-out, crazy-ass discussions about situations that probably never would happen to anybody in real life.
This is like 50K Twitter, and like what other dumb shit has come out of it?
The most important one is the strange, aggressive heifer at the cookout makes your man a plate Twitter.
Oh yeah. Or $200 date Twitter.
Yeah, who gets the last seat? Stacey Dash, Rachel Dolezal, and Omarosa.
Yeah. So today, Let's Argue Twitter brought up a good topic, and I feel like this is a good one that we can all relate to. So if your friend invites you out to dinner to celebrate their birthday,
saw this.
Should A, everybody pay for their own food? B, everybody pay for the birthday person's food and then their own food separately? Or C, the person who's throwing the event or everybody who's going out to dinner in their honor, that person should pay for everybody's food? Who wants to go first?
So I'll go first. Wait, say again?
Rod, Karen, either one of you guys?
Yeah, I apologize. Yeah, guess first. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think I guess I would prefer everybody pay for their own food. You know, and I don't know what they would do about the birthday person's food. I guess, you know, if somebody wanted to do that, whoever's ever hosting it, because it's not like most people host their own birthday parties. But if we're throwing a party for somebody, hopefully whoever, you know, you know what? Actually, just any form of communication would just solve all this. I don't even know why. All of this, yeah. This is like one of those Twitter problems where it's like in the invite, if you just say like, "Hey, we're going to this buffet place. It's about $40-$50 a plate. You know, make sure you prepare to split the check or whatever." Like that would solve all of it. Like Twitter, it's kind of like a Facebook meme where it's a problem because they've given you these options as if no one else is going to discuss it. But yeah, I've been to all those different types of setups. I've been to the free birthday party. I've been to the you got to pay for your own birthday party. I've been to the we chip in and we pay for our own and we pay for the birthday guy's party and split the check. I've been to all of those. I've never had an issue, but it's always been because whoever organized it let us know before you walked in the door, like, hey, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Karen. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I agree. A lot of it boils down to communication, and most of the time, if the birthday person is throwing their own bash, like a lot of times they'll let you know, I'm throwing my bash, y'all niggas just come. Like that's normally how it is. Like if the birthday person is like, hey, party, this is my party, I'm paying for everything, I'm covered. Like a lot of times people tell you that up front. I assume most of the time when people are like, hey, I'm having a party, I assume that I'm paying for my own meal. This is me. I don't ever make the assumption that somebody else is going to pick up my bill. And the thing is, a lot of times niggas be wanting to go to shit when they can't afford to go, and it's okay to tell people that you can't attend the event, and that's all right. You know, people be wanting to ball when they ain't got balling money, and that, you know, just stay your black ass at home. Ain't nobody feelings gonna get hurt if you can't attend.
Yeah, it's for me. It's like this, yo. Like it's my birthday. Like, don't invite me out to some shit and then expect me to pay. You know, like Karen said, if it's me throwing it, yeah, okay, yeah, I expect to pay. But nigga, if you invite me out to celebrate me, and then I gotta pay for my own shit, nigga, I could have done that by myself. Like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe I'm just petty for that, but it just seems silly.
So like I don't know if it's from the same place, but like there was an article about this, and like the way that the guy wrote it, he was just mad at millennials. Like he was just kind of like, the real problem is that millennials, they keep living beyond their means, and that's having parties that you can't afford. You know, and the way he started the article, he was like, if Warren Buffett is invited to an event, do you think he's gonna pay? And then I was like, we all know the richer you get, the more free shit you get. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And also, we're paying 6 times more for college than you did. So, come on.
Man, right. So it's weird. And like, there was another thing in there about how he got stuck with the bill one time. I was like, maybe you just got shitty friends. He was like, this one person said that they were going to the ATM and never came back.
That's funny. That's funny.
Or like there was another one. This woman was just sitting there looking sad that they all knew couldn't afford it. I'm like, why y'all ain't talked to her beforehand? Yeah. Like Tiffany, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird to me. I mean, I think also I think some of it's just cultural. You know what I mean? Like my family. We Hispanic or Panamanian, whatever. We wouldn't think twice about it. We all just chip in. We all just kind of make it happen. We wouldn't even communicate about it. It was, it's somebody's birthday. We all chip in. We all make it happen. I was like, man, do people just hang out with people they don't like?
All the time.
Is this the world that we live in right now?
All the time, because I realize a lot of people are about being seen. A lot of people are like, particularly, like I said, the internet age and the Instagram age. Everybody, I want to be in the videos. Some people, I don't function like that, but some people have to be at all the events. Like that's their thing, regardless if they can afford to go or not. I don't function like that. We're like, hey, we can't afford to go. We're like, dog, that's too expensive, my blood. You got it.
And so that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, is the only reason why this is an argument is because people are getting offended because they go to things where they really don't like people. They're like, I was mad before I even got here. I'm mad that you even thought about doing this. And I'm gonna talk shit about you later.
Dog, I legitimately, I don't have any time for people I don't like. I don't like, and I know it's kind of an introvert thing, but I value the energy I put into my friendship, so I don't start them unless I think we're going to have a fruitful friendship. And even let's say you didn't communicate about the birthday splitting the bill thing, right? We get to the party. It's time for everybody to pay up. And then you're like, oh, so guys, we need to split the bill or something. We had this happen to my friends. We went to a steakhouse that did a buffet or something. There was fucking 30 of us or something. Right. People had drinks. It was all this stuff. And at the end, they come and they're like, oh, we don't split checks. And everybody's like, the fuck y'all mean y'all don't split checks? Y'all didn't tell us that before we started ordering. It's the end of the meal. You got 30 people that just spent $40, $50 on a buffet. And it's those, those Brazilian steakhouse buffets. So it's mad expensive. Yeah. And we had to do that math by hand. Who knows how correct it was? People were being some people were speaking up hey, I didn't have any drinks. Don't put no alcohol on mine. Cool. At the end of the night, you get the bill for as much as as accurate as you can. And nobody did anything dipped out early without paying and shit, because everybody that was there was friends of some sort and cared about what other people in the fucking party thought about them.
Right.
To me, it just seemed when you have these problems, it's oh, y'all don't really fuck with each other in the first place. So of course y'all have an issue. This wouldn't be an issue if y'all fuck with each other, because you'd be like, hold up, brother, hold up. Even if you were yo, man, I didn't even know I was supposed to be paying. I didn't bring enough money to pay for this. There, somebody even then, there would be somebody hey, well, hit me back on payday. I got you tonight. If y'all fuck with each other the long way. But if not, it's going to be on Twitter and everybody going to be fighting about it.
I'm laughing at you. On the side note, I'm laughing at you saying the long way after hearing the episode yesterday. And
yo, Mike Brown changed my life with that. That's the truth, man. Fuck with me the long way, bro. That's total difference between there's people that fuck with you and people that fuck with you the long way. There's a big ass difference.
Right.
See, because the reason why I thought about this is because there was a situation in a group of friends recently. Because I have everybody has their close friends. I have 3 or 4 real close friends, and the rest of them is just niggas I know. And so they all went out to eat. Where did they go? They went to this place called Steak 48. I don't know how much it costs because I don't really eat steak like that, and it sounds too rich for my blood. Can't make it.
$48.
Shut up.
Just an educated guess. That's all.
Remember, y'all wanted these bad jokes on the show.
And so, they all went out to eat, and the bill came. And somebody agreed to pay for the birthday girl's dinner. And like apparently the person who like stepped up to pay was like the date of another friend. So she wasn't even like with the, she wasn't even part of the primary part. She was a +1. And so she agreed to go ahead and, I guess flex and be like, oh yeah, I got your food or like this. And the girl done racked up a bill, like getting drinks and all other types of stuff. Because I guess it's fancy. You see a lot of niggas take a picture in front of the sign. So, that's how that's the nigga spot. So at the end of the dinner, old girl who sprung for the bill gathered everybody up together and was like, okay, so I need y'all to cash at me some money or whatever because I just agreed to pay for this girl's like $150 and I know her. And everybody else was looking like, bitch, your fault.
Right. Yeah. That's a little different. That's
yeah. But then there was another, and for me, it's like, okay, well, I don't go anywhere where I don't expect to break bread. Right. You know what I mean? But then on the other hand, last weekend, if you listen to the show, somebody I know was throwing a kickback at their house and they was charging $10, but then it would still bring you on everything.
Was that the show or was that the fireside?
That's HWAP.
That was HWAP.
So did they know it was bring you on everything before paying the $10, or do they take your $10 and then flip it and be like, you ain't bring no chips?
No, they said it before because this is how it happened. I got the invitation from some other people because I guess it was like 3 or 4 people throwing the party. So I got the invitation before, and the invitation said something along the lines like, "Oh, we pulling out all the stops. It's bring your own food, bring your own weed, bring your own liquor." I don't smoke, by the way, listeners, but bring your own everything. Shut up. And then like bring your own everything, and then it's $10 to get in. And so I already decided I ain't going because I don't pay for much of anything, but I for damn sure ain't gonna go pay to kick it in nobody's house, Airbnb or not. And so then another person was talking in another group text that we had and was like, "Oh yeah, we're having a kickback. You should come here." So I asked, like, so is this the $10 party that I was getting told about, or is this something else? I mean, I'm not going to either. I just want to clarify for all the niggas in the room because it did damn shame.
Community service.
I mean,
I guess if they told me beforehand, I would only be mad at myself for showing up.
Right. And see, my thing was everybody was in the group like, well, nigga, I'm not going if because he was saying, oh, well, the $10 covers food and liquor. Okay, well, what if y'all only got Svedka vodka and I only drink Jack and Crown, my nigga? Like, what if y'all only got light and I got dark? Like, what if I don't like what y'all bring?
I mean, it's crystal clear y'all don't like each other.
Right. That means
I wasn't going. I didn't get
y'all don't fuck with each other the long way. And it also means you probably just should stay home, man. Like, it's a risk leaving the house no matter how you play it. You know what I mean? It could be traffic, anything could happen. So, I mean, you get there. I mean, you kind of hedging your bets. Like, I hope they have some good liquor. I hope they have some good food. But, that $10 is the difference between you could have just went to Chipotle, man. I could understand just going to Chipotle and coming home.
See, but I think that this was the point that they was getting to in the article is I felt like that's tacky. You throwing a birthday party for yourself, and I got to pay to get into your birthday party to cover the expense of. I guess what they was covering the expense of was the Airbnb that they rented for the party.
It don't matter.
Ooh, that's tacky. You gonna have to pay for a party that.
Yeah, I just wouldn't go. Like, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with people. People are the problem with people, man. And I mean that in every single different way of looking at this problem. Like, whether it's me trying to go because I have this feeling of like I need to be social and I don't want to like upset you by not attending your birthday party. So now I'm going because of this weird social pressure I put on myself. And now I'm at your party not having a good time, or it's $10. So I'm walking in with all these like expectations because like I pay $10 a month for Netflix and they give me so much. But I come to your house and you only got one type of vodka. Like, it just seemed like we already are such anxious weirdos as humans and so messy that we just kind of bring the problems with us. Any gathering of people is going to have some issues because it's a gathering of people. And I think that's an unsolvable equation because of that. It's no way that is like, some people wouldn't like that idea for a party, and there'll be some people that would love that idea for a party. It really depends. Like, I've had fight parties like that before where the money's for the fight and we hope we get enough people. And then if we get enough people, then we, throw some money for the food too, or once we get everybody there, it's like, y'all want to order some pizza or something like that, but all those people that walked in that door fuck with me, whether that party would have been dope or not. I think once it gets to the point where I'm coming through a friend of a friend and I'm more worried about my $10, like I wouldn't even go to that party, but I'm also an introvert. So I might not even go to your party if I did like you.
Yeah, fight parties are the worst. But real quick, my theory is just, if you invite me out, I'll buy you a drink. And
that is true. That is true. Teddy will buy you a drink.
Yeah.
He will force a drink upon you.
Hey, man.
First time me and Teddy met, he was like, "Hey, man, I just want to buy you a drink, man." I was like, "No, nigga."
No, dog. What was I trying to get your draws? Let's not tell the story like that.
It didn't sound. There wasn't no slow music playing.
And I said no.
I did feel a little uncomfortable, Aziz. You need to calm down there, buddy.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit over in the corner. That's
but no, there is a quick story I want to tell. Then we got to kind of move on. So I was invited to a kickback, and it wound up being a person I didn't like there.
Nigga, that's everybody though. You don't like nobody.
Well, the person I didn't like happened to be on this call.
Oh,
for that Rock. That was a nice kickback.
Oh damn. Okay.
Oh damn. What, to a shaking session? What just happened?
Right. Well, good night, guys.
Well, so I always tell the story, but me and Rock actually did not care for each other. Well, actually, I just didn't care for him. He didn't.
Yeah, I love everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Stupid.
And one of my good friends wound up being friends with him. And I had already met Rock once, so I was like, all right, I'm just play this, whatever. Because it takes a long time for me to make friends. Like, I don't trust a lot of niggas. And then I walk into this house, and I see him there, and I'm like, God damn it. And I asked my boy, like, yo, whose house is this, bro? And he pointed. And I'm like, oh, shit, bro. We got to get up out of here, man. Come on, dog. And we wound up staying, and we wound up being friends. So sometimes that shit works out.
See, I don't know why he didn't like me. Like, we met in front of Auntie Anne's pretzels. Like, that's what friendships are made of.
Nigga, Aaron didn't like me, and he's known me since I was born.
There are reasons I don't like you, and the reason that I've known you since you were born. You're a terrible human being, and I know you're dirt.
Well, I didn't start out that way.
All right.
I don't think.
So thanks again for listening to BAP.
Yeah.
I'll tell my mama on you. She gonna whoop your ass again.
Hey man, I just talked to your mama last week, by the way. Anyway, let's get into these slow claps.
Wait. Let's just clarify. Hold the goddamn phone.
You think you'll shade everybody? Just move on, bro.
Right.
What show is this?
Let's just clarify this one damn thing. Ain't nobody pay for a goddamn thing for my party.
That's why I say I liked it. And nobody paid shit. I got some wings. There's a lot of beat ups there.
So you walk to the man house, can't stand it, but you gonna eat his food? I tell you,
I didn't know that it was that man's house. As soon as I figured out it was that man's house, it was like, all right.
Are you lying?
Look, no, I got two options. I was my boy Rob was like, hey, he's a good dude, man. I was like, I don't trust him.
You know, the real reason why he didn't like it because there was this male hostess at the door when he walked in.
I know, right? Wound up being. No, but let's kind of move on. I did shake the fuck out of everybody. I apologize about that.
Well, I thought we were stopping because you was like, I did talk to your mama last week. I'm like,
what's happening here?
I don't know what this means.
Shit. First of all, if her mama hears this and thinks anything, I'm getting a call. So
she gonna be at your door. You know my mama.
That's very true. She did threaten me twice when she was twisting my hair last week before last.
That love, man.
Yeah, that as well. So this is a Spike Lee / slow clap. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down award. So I got one special just for our guests. And we're gonna do about 4 of these. Mystery toilet flusher turns out to be something pretty scary.
Oh no.
Yeah, buddy.
Florida man.
The
A
toilet
goddamn snake.
Oh my God.
That's right. The toilet had been flushing by itself randomly for days when they opened it up and found a surprise waiting for them. The curious case of an Australian homes. It is Australia. Wonga, be safe, baby. Be safe. Randomly flushing toilet had a surprise, and they did the S's. That's real good. Resident of a house in Donan, Queensland, were stunned to discover a brown tree stake resting on top of the toilet's electronic flush mechanism inside the wall. Snake catcher Luke Huntley. That nigga couldn't do nothing.
That is a snake catching ass name.
Yo, when you put that on your taxes, you got my respect, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Was called to deal with the critter and share all its footage of the animal's removal. I ain't watching this shit. Nope. The toilet had been flushing by itself randomly for days. When they opened it up, found a surprise waiting for them. It was a quick catch, but it needed to be done.
And then they burnt down the house.
That,
I have a question. Your toilet flushes for days. I mean, hopefully you got multiple toilets in your house because my toilet flushing for an hour. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm investigating. Maybe that's just my paranoid black ass.
I was gonna say something really fucking racist, but I'll just say white people instead.
I mean, y'all already started with Russian professors. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead, man.
I got one racist joke. We still got to go to town and shit, dog. I can't. Can't be fake. So
black people will figure out why some water's fucking running.
You know what? Either we will figure it out or no, the fuck we don't, because we not there no more.
Right.
It's
Story.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, you're not gonna be wasting no black person water in their house though.
Right. Right. Snake would have left. Snake would have been like, nah.
But you know
mean.
What? White people be believing in some creative shit. They probably just thought it was a ghost or some shit. Oh, it's just a ghost. We'll just let them go.
I can see somebody right now. Why that goddamn toilet keep flushing? Somebody better find out right now.
It's flushing my toilet all the time of the damn night.
Wasting that goddamn water. I ain't paying all this water.
My grandma
and that's what the snake would have left. The snake would have been like, man, I can't with them.
My grandma would have had me bit by the snake. She would have damn sure sent me in there to check on that thing in the middle of the night.
Days though?
I just put the video in the chat. I'm watching it. They're pulling the snake out the wall.
Nah.
That.
Like I feel like you can make a mountain out of. You know what? I want to see how I do in life when I leave everything behind because I'm not stepping foot back in that house again. No.
Burn it down.
No.
So, Ray, you got anything to say about this, or you just like fuck this?
No, because once you pull it out of the wall, I know the house is no longer secure, and I leave.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all of this shit is the snakes now.
That mean another snake could get in there.
Right.
Yeah.
So another snake got in there.
Like if State Farm tries to deny my act of God claim too, problems.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. Toilet Snakes, the movie is gonna be fucking fantastic, dog.
It really is.
Hey, y'all got to go listen to the Nerd Off so y'all can hear about Toilet Snakes, the movie.
Wait, this dude a snake catcher. He almost got bit. What the hell, bro?
Yeah.
He's not even good at this. Why are you even recording this if you don't have like the snake technique down to a science? Why are you even recording this, bro?
Yeah, like I want to see some crocodile hunter type shit where you just grab him by the neck and like look at him.
That dude was nice with it.
Nah.
Until he wasn't.
I'm saying he did get fucked up by an animal. So
technically, he got killed by
a stingray.
Stingray.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, who saw that come?
He was nice with the snakes. I got to give props where it's due. He was nice with the crocodiles and the snakes, but I mean, stingrays, you don't see those every day, you know?
Yeah. He just caught him slipping one day. He thought the stingray was cool with him. Named him and everything.
That stingray was a fucking hit, man.
Right. My wife questions my bravery when we take my son to the Cincinnati Aquarium, and they got the little petting section, and they got stingrays in there. I'm like, hell no. Hell no.
That's where all my manliness is gone. I did the same thing. Oh, my wife is like, don't you want to pet the shark? Like, nigga, don't you want to pet the shark? Fuck out of here. What's wrong with you? I'm black. Life's scary enough. I don't need to add some extra scariness to my day. Nigga, fuck that.
Sense your fear.
Next up, we got the robots are gonna take over the world, right? So I'll put this in the chat. Watch this robot nail a backflip and ensure humanity's eventual downfall. Boston Dynamics, which by the way, y'all need to be watching Boston Dynamics. It's the same people that made Big Cat, the militarized big ass 400-pound robot that turns on. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably a whole bunch of MIT graduates just, waiting to take over the world. That's what's up.
Y'all got to see this video. He does a full tuck.
Yeah. No, it's great form.
And it's you know why it's scary? Because he's the same size as me.
Yeah. Like,
nigga, if you telling me a robot can come after me and do a forward flip with style to catch me, fuck that, dog. Nobody else is worried about this, just me? Okay, right on.
Well, this is the thing. If the robots take over the world, I'm just going to my grandma's house. She just got Wi-Fi. Robot shit over there. And shit's gonna happen at my grandma's house. She got an analog clock still that chimes at the top of the hour.
Listen, me and you on the same page. My mama hadn't had internet since 2002, and that's when I left out. That's when I was using the old school AOL dial-up CD. My mama hasn't had internet in forever, so ain't nothing hacking her house.
Yeah.
My grandma got so many rollover minutes. But as a matter of fact, my grandma got a sliding cell phone this year.
But she's stunned though. Like, so my mom called me over to fix the internet in 2015, and I'm looking for the modem. I'm like, Mama, where is it? And she's like, well, no, you got to log on to the internet first. So my mom was paying for AOL in 2015.
They were taking them coins.
Like, has there ever been a moment where I felt like a worse son? Like, no, like you've really been robbed for 30 years and I didn't know that? Like, I'm sorry. That's my fault. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be surprised if I went to my grandma's house trying to get on the internet and she had Netscape.
Yeah.
Well, not the Netscape.
Like, okay.
She was paying Anthony, Omar, and Leroy.
That's real. That's real. Yeah.
They came here last week.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
Where's where's our fearless leader?
All right, looks like Aaron just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
AOL just shut him down.
You ran out of minutes.
You see what I'm saying? Didn't have him on free disc. That's what's up. That's what's up.
On that Ghana.
Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and close out. Another great show. We appreciate, as always, some incredible guests. And on your way, feel free to shade Aaron on your way out. But as always, please let the listeners know where they can reach you, and we appreciate y'all coming, Rod and Karen.
Man, you can find us theblackguywhotips.com. You can also find us by going on iTunes or Stitcher, searching the Black Guy Who Tips. Hopefully, if you listen to these guys, you like listening to us, and hopefully our fans that are listening to us as guests on here will stick around if you haven't already. When they named all the donators up front, so many of those people, I recognize their names from
Me
us.
too.
So that's beautiful that people are out here like spreading the love to everybody, because that's the only way we're gonna make it. You can also find us on Twitter on Rodimus Prime.
Say that again. That as in DAT.
And our show Twitter is TBGWT. And we're also that on Instagram and Facebook. Just search the Blackout Tips.
Get it down to a science, baby. That's what's up. All right, we appreciate it, y'all. Ray, where can the people find
you? You can find me in your daddy's DM. And also the internet. ThisZetasAJerk.
Right.
Maggianos.
That's right. To the next hostess. Rock, where can the people find you, man?
Y'all can find me on Facebook at Ronald McNair.
Damn, y'all just wrapping up the show? Y'all don't want to do no more? All right, let's go.
I know. Yeah. And Aaron, where can the people find you?
You can find me at C3 Classic on Twitter and Yeah, reach out to us. I got you. I went on Twitter as well. I'm not used to doing this.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And as always, you can look on.
Everybody started wrapping up, man. I didn't know. I just went with the flow.
I was like, I've only been gone 2 minutes.
Hey,
like,
man.
fuck.
Hey, you got to know how the show goes now. All right.
Grand opening, grand closing.
That's right. And as always, you can find us on Facebook at the Black Astronauts Network page. You can find us on and group. Yes, I apologize. Like the page, join the group, and it's lots of good times. Teddy_D_ on Twitter, Dwight Ted on Instagram, and we will catch y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.